channel in St. Lucia. Catch your favorite movies, intriguing documentaries, chart-busting music videos, and the ever-compelling midday and evening edition of the Hot 7 News, all in crisp, high-definition quality. Welcome to what TV should be in this era. Welcome to Hot 7 TV, now on Flow Cable, channel 117. Spread the word.
In the headline, St. Lucia expresses solidarity with the government and people of Taiwan in the wake of Super Typhoon Vergasa, and Prime Minister Pierre urges restraint as tensions escalate between Trinidad and Venezuela.
Take a chance. Get your tickets. Place your bets. You can be the next Super 6 jackpot winner of $220,000. Get your tickets today.
Now you can take Hot FM, Kiss FM, and Hot 7 TV with you wherever you go. Whether you're in St. Lucia or exploring our four corners of the globe. Our record-breaking app has already been downloaded over 500,000 times on Google Play and the Apple App Store. To bring you the best in HD sound, we've relaunched a brand new app. Get it for free in the App Store by simply searching Caribbean Hot FM HD. Listen to us in real time, anywhere, any place, anytime. We've added so many cool new features, like our live in-studio option, where you can see your favorite announcers and DJs at work. So download the app today. It's free. Spread the news. St. Lucia is now in HD around the world on the Hot FM app. Don't miss out. Join the fun and stay connected.
The date is Thursday, September 25th, 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Midday News Edition. Whether you are tuned in on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, Hot FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page, or our YouTube channel, Caribbean Hot 7 TV News. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna, thank you for joining us. Current Castries Southeast MP Joachim Henry has thrown his full support behind Senator Lisa Jawahir as the new SLP candidate for the seat. While stepping back from elective politics, Henry says his commitment to public service is far from over.
MP for Castries Southeast Joachim Henry has thrown his full support behind Senator Lisa Jawahir, who is set to contest the seat in the next general election. Henry, who confirmed he will not be seeking re-election, expressed unwavering confidence in Jawahir's level of readiness to carry the mantle forward. While stepping away from elective politics, Henry hinted that his departure does not signal a retreat from national service, assuring constituents that he will remain active.
I'm a quantity surveyor and I belong to the Institute of Surveyors, and I had a very successful career as a quantity surveyor, and there's a lot of work to do in the built environment. I also have a grandson and there's a lot to be done.
Henry affirmed his unwavering commitment to the constituency, pledging to continue working in close partnership with the government, including the new candidate, to advance development and deliver meaningful improvements for the people of Castries Southeast.
I'll continue to serve the government of St. Lucia in ways that I can, and the constituency, you need as many hands as possible to work in a country. So I'll join you. There's a lot of beautiful things to be done. So rest assured, I will be occupied.
The outgoing MP expressed heartfelt gratitude and thanks to constituents for their unwavering support. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Beeson reporting.
Meanwhile, St. Lucia Labour Party's Castries Southeast candidate Lisa Jawahir has called for a fire and police station to improve law enforcement and emergency services in the constituency.
Lisa Joahir, the St. Lucia Labour Party endorsed candidate for Castries Southeast, made her maiden appearance at the pre-cabinet press briefing this week. Addressing members of the media, Joahir outlined her vision for the constituency and shared her perspectives on the initiatives she hopes to pursue if elected.
Castries Southeast plays such a critical part in our country. At one point, we used to be the breadbasket of St. Lucia, feeding, our country. We serve as a gateway, and I mentioned that in the speech last night, and many persons did not realize, because Castries Southeast was not really seen as a place you stop. It's just a place that you would pass through. But being the second largest constituency, there's so much that we have to offer that people don't even know about. People were surprised to know of Peter Floor, not knowing that you could do the hike there. It's a closer option for our tourists. Not saying they cannot go to Soufrière, but if they want to head up to Forestier in quick time, in about 10 minutes, experience the trail and everything in about an hour and a half, still make it back in time in Castries to, patronize from the vendors and their stores and enjoy other parts of our country rather than rushing from the south and making it back to the cruise ship in time. It is an option.
She further emphasized that one of the key initiatives is the establishment of a fire and police station within the community, a move aimed to bring emergency services closer to residents and enhancing their ability to respond swiftly to emergencies.
And for the second largest constituency, we do not yet have a police station. We do not yet have a fire station. And it's not just a matter of saying we want one because every constituency has one. We're justifying that by our numbers. And the fact that the nearest police station, which is in Dennery, or fire station, also serves communities in the southern end.
Joahir has announced that her full constituency manifesto will be unveiled in the coming weeks. She pledged to restore Castries Southeast to its former glory, vowing to make the constituency a vibrant hub of the nation once more. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
St. Lucia has extended sympathy and solidarity to the government and people of Taiwan in the wake of Super Typhoon Regasa, which left at least 15 people dead and caused widespread devastation. Taiwan's ambassador to St. Lucia, Her Excellency Nicole Su, outlined the challenges her country now faces as emergency crews work around the clock to restore critical services and support to displaced families.
St. Lucia has expressed deep sympathy and solidarity with the government and people of Taiwan following the devastation caused by Super Typhoon Regasa, which struck the island nation on Tuesday evening, leaving at least 15 people dead and widespread destruction in its path. Her Excellency Nicole Su, Ambassador of Taiwan to St. Lucia, outlined the immediate challenges Taiwan faces in the aftermath of the storm. She explained that emergency crews have been deployed in the most heavily affected areas.
Because of the heavy rainfall, so there was obviously serious flooding in many places. So there has been evacuation of around 5,000 people already. And of course, some people were able to be evacuated much earlier because we knew that the typhoon is coming. So some people were able to be evacuated and leave their home and so on to a much safer place in advance. But still, unfortunately, there are still people who were able to leave earlier. So unfortunately, we now have up to, before we speak, I just checked the most updated information, up to 11 o'clock this morning, Taiwan time, 11 o'clock at night. We unfortunately have confirmed that there were 14 deaths and 64 persons were still unaccounted for. Still, a lot of search and rescue operation obviously will have to continue. So in addition to evacuation and search and rescue efforts, obviously, as I mentioned, there is a close watch as to the situation of this particular barrier lake, whether it is going to break or whether there is any other landslide may happen.
The ambassador further noted that the government of Taiwan has launched rapid response measures to assist affected families, including emergency relief, financial relief, food and water distribution, and long-term recovery plans.
In terms of the support, obviously we have a very strong social network system. The government, as I mentioned, that there were people being evacuated. So during the time where people if they cannot return home safely in the immediate future, shelters have been provided to them, and more shelters, temporary shelters, will be established for those who may need to temporarily stay in the shelters. So these efforts have been made, and there will be, because this damage of this scale, there may be also economic need. So government is usually what happens is that government will allocate certain portions of funding to support these families.
Confirming that St. Lucian students were safe, Ambassador Su stressed that in moments like these, the solidarity of international partners such as St. Lucia plays a crucial role.
I have just talked to Ambassador Lewis, St. Lucian ambassador to Taiwan, and I think we are greatly relieved that up until now we have not received any information as to any Lucian students in Taiwan were in danger. So it's a relief that I think all students in Taiwan are all safe and well. We would really appreciate your very warm message. For example, I appreciate very much that you're reaching out to us this morning to express your concern as to the situation. So I think this is a time when people need to work together and to stand together. So we appreciate very much St. Lucia's support for us. I think most importantly, we're very happy to see that the Lucian students in Taiwan, they are all well and safe. So I would encourage the parents, as I mentioned, parents and family who, if they do have any need, they have a problem reaching out to their family in Taiwan, do let us know. And of course, I think at this time, even though they may be safe and well, maybe psychologically, if it is especially for those who have just been in Taiwan, maybe this will be a very dramatic incident for them. So I think at this time, psychological and mental support for your family in Taiwan will be very much appreciated.
As Taiwan presses ahead with its recovery efforts, St. Lucia's message of solidarity stands as a reminder of the importance of international partnerships in times of crisis. Ambassador Su says the support of allies like St. Lucia not only brings comfort to those affected, but also strengthens the resolve of a nation determined to rebuild. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
This is the Hot 7 TV Midday News Edition. There's more after the break.
Looking for the best way to advertise? Stop searching. Hot 7 TV gives you more reach, more impact, and more value. Get your business in front of the right audience and watch your sales soar. Don't miss out. Call 452-6040 today and take advantage of our exclusive advertising packages. Hot 7 TV, smart advertising for smart businesses.
Pass me the man dance all our soca, rock and roller, or crossover. Long time I tell them I'm the real controller.
Everywhere, one Jim Jam you. Who's that? If there was an actual emergency, news and information would follow this alarm.
Welcome back. Responding to recent Venezuelan troop movements near Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has reaffirmed St. Lucia's support for CARICOM's position on regional tensions. Prime Minister Pierre has emphasized the region's commitment to peace and non-interference in matters of sovereignty.
During Monday's pre-cabinet briefing, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre addressed questions on escalating tensions in the Southern Caribbean, following Venezuela's decision to deploy additional naval forces near the waters of Trinidad and Tobago in the midst of its strained relations with the United States. Pierre explained that St. Lucia remains firmly aligned with CARICOM's collective position.
St. Lucia has always taken the position of the region being a zone of peace, the CARICOM position of a zone of peace, that our nation, our region should be free of war and conflict. We went to St. Vincent for the Argyll Declaration, where you outlined clearly how we believe that the problem between Venezuela and Guyana should be solved. Our position still holds that we think our region should be a region of peace. We think that we should be free of conflict regionally, internationally, and locally.
PM Pierre affirmed that St. Lucia would work through CARICOM mechanisms such as the Argyll Treaty to coordinate policy responses and uphold peace. His remarks echoed St. Lucia's prior statements on such matters that called for calm and restraint amid an escalation of tensions. The Prime Minister's position makes clear his government's preference for diplomatic channels rather than a military response. As tensions in the Southern Caribbean continue to draw global attention, St. Lucia is keeping faith in regional diplomacy and the principles of CARICOM unity. Prime Minister Pierre's reaffirmation of peace and alignment. Prime Ministers, as tensions in the Southern Caribbean continue to draw global attention, St. Lucia is keeping faith in regional diplomacy and the principles of CARICOM unity. Prime Minister Pierre's reaffirmation of peace and alignment underscores St. Lucia's commitment to acting in concert with sister CARICOM member states to resolve cross-border disputes. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
SLP-endorsed candidate for Vieux-Fort South, Danny Butcher, is promising exciting new development projects for the constituency. Butcher highlighted the district's untapped potential and outlined plans to improve the lives of residents, vowing a steadfast commitment to the community as he looks towards the future.
During a recent interview on Chill and Chat with Mondi Lewis, SLP-endorsed candidate for Vieux-Fort South, Danny Butcher, shared his plans for the constituency. Highlighting the district's untapped potential, Butcher expressed enthusiasm about launching initiatives aimed at driving development and improving the lives of residents. He emphasized that Vieux-Fort South is poised for progress, and he is eager to see it materialize.
Vieux-Fort South, many strengths, but very short. Vieux-Fort strong.
Vieux-Fort strong.
Vieux-Fort is strong, and Vieux-Fort has always been strong, and it will always continue to be strong. It's a good mantra, but really what it is telling us is the resilience of the people. We've gone through seasons of anxiety, really periods of distress, and very dark periods that the rest of St. Lucia, possibly the region, will know. But the fact that people from Vieux-Fort South, even after those seasons, keep bouncing back, keep coming back, still striving for excellence, great levels of productivity. There is still this great belief, there's still hope. It tells us that we're really a resilient people.
Butcher described the makeup of Vieux-Fort South as extraordinary, noting that each part of the constituency complements the other.
We have such a high level of excellent human resource. It says that complements each other. It says that with that resilience and with that excellent human resource, we are ripe for economic takeoff and for social takeoff as well.
Butcher emphasized the importance of steadfast commitment to the constituency. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Beeson reporting.
From painting the Castries Cathedral to piloting a Boeing 747, a St. Lucian aviator and entrepreneur, Barry Alexander is proving that dreams can take flight. Now leading a drone technology company in the U.S., he recently shared his remarkable journey with students at a local career fair, inspiring them to pursue excellence and seize opportunities beyond the ordinary.
St. Lucian pilot and entrepreneur Barry Anthony Alexander, credited with the painting of the Castries Cathedral mural and now owner of a commercial drone technology company in the United States, is making waves both in aviation and business. He shared that the task is daunting when seeking to encourage young people into more unconventional career paths.
It is arguably a very arduous process. Getting from where they are to where they need to go requires quite a commitment, and generationally we're seeing somewhat of a departure from that commitment to process, where someone would think, okay, I want to be a pilot in my as far as a career, but not wanting to make that commitment. With the advent of social media and somewhat fantasy type careers, or undertakings like being an influencer, where young individuals think that being an influencer is a career. It's a challenge to pull them away from that life of fantasy.
Reflecting on his own journey, Alexander believes society has an obligation to persuade young people to stay the course to success, including obtaining a proper education.
If you are prepared, not just having everything that you need, when the opportunity comes along to be taken advantage of, you're first in line. So early education, as far as not dropping out of high school, is extremely important. Extremely important. You have to stay on some kind of progressive track, from RC boys or Anglican or Methodist or whatever, I don't know which ones still exist, to all the secondary education smattered around the country and stuff like that. We have to encourage the young people to stay in school and not go by the wayside pursuing less lucrative opportunities.
Beyond aviation, he highlighted his role as the head of a globally recognized drone manufacturing company, serving industries from energy and utilities to border security. He believes the future lies in creating structured pathways for young people at home in St. Lucia, including possibilities such as a local helicopter flight school to give St. Lucians both access and opportunity. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
We've come to the end of the Midday News edition for today, Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Join us again at 6:45 for the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Until then, have a terrific day.
St. Lucia, you asked for it, and it's finally here. Hot 7 TV is now on Flow, Cable Channel 117, the first fully high-definition local channel in St. Lucia. Catch your favorite movies, intriguing